How do we measure CX? Because, like you said, historically we've been looking at NPS and CSAT, but that to me is more like a postmortem report. I mean, it's like what happened 3 months ago. You're looking at the numbers
Yeah.
now. There's not much you can do, and we are in the age of real-time personalization. Customers expect that if I've had a bad experience while I'm staying at the hotel, I want them to rectify the experience then and there, act on it. So, what should be the right way to look at, how do we measure CX?
Yeah, so we've wrestled with this topic for a long period of time. I don't think there are great CX metrics out there, not like one system to rule all the systems. There's obviously
Yeah, of course.
various aspects, NPS, CSAT, things like that. But I think what you really need to do is to tie customer experience to growth. That's the only way to do it. And the challenge is like, unlike advertising, like we could spend a load of money and put an ad on YouTube. There's a half life of response to that ad where you get a lot of responses
Right.
immediately, and some people absorb the ad and do something later on. But you can measure that's a period of time. When you change experience, we all experience the experience, if you like, at different times. The next time I log in, the next time I buy. So you can't
Hmm.
time box the same thing and neatly extract out that half life in the same way as you would with like an ad campaign. So the econometrics don't work in the same way. So advertising uses media mix modeling, econometrics. You can't really do the same thing for experience because we all experience it at different times. Even though it might be launched on
Hmm.
Jan 1, that's really difficult. So what we've generally looked at is through research is asking people two questions like, did I get what I wanted out of the experience? And was it good, better, or worse than equivalent experiences elsewhere? Right. And the thing about experiences is most people don't remember experiences because there's that normal distribution bell curve, right? Where if you're in the middle 90%, let's say, no one remembers an average experience. It's only if it was really
Hmm.
good or really bad that I remember it. And what you're trying to do is obviously reduce the bad and increase the really, really good. Now, some things like paying your bills online, it's very hard to have a really good experience of paying your bill down. But booking a holiday, if you're
Yeah.
excited about it, it might be easy to have a really good experience of that. But yeah, the challenge is identifying what drives bad experience and eradicating it. Like, it's not about increasing the experience for everyone 2%. It's more say like, I only really care because it only really matters in the extremes because that's all people remember.
But yeah, in the end, it has to all tie back to growth, like to your initial point, that as
Yeah,
long
for
as we can
me, like
justify
you can
that.
tie it
Yeah.
back to marketing is pretty much the only part of the business responsible for growth. It's ultimately all about growth. Yeah, we can say that, ROI has two factors to it, return over investment. So yeah, there's lots of
Hmm.
things we can do to cut costs to minimize investment. But ROI to me is a bad metric because it's a metric of efficiency. It's not a metric of
Correct.
growth, and I can always increase ROI by having my costs, right? So like if you want the ROI to
Hmm.
go up, great. The real thing is we want as much growth as we can get at an acceptable ROI rate. So an ROI should be like a minimum threshold. So as long as I'm getting 1.5 to 1 or 2 to 1, right, and I'm getting loads of growth, that's what I want. I don't want a little bit of growth at 10 to 1 ROI. That's crazy talk. You want to
Right.
minimize your ROI, sorry, above a certain hurdle rate.